just the loveliest of souls, the best woman you could ever meet in your life. Everyone she come across, she was left an impact on everyone.
Just always smiling, always smiling. 4, 5 foot, just a big grin. A grin was the size of the moon. Always looking after people. Oh, had a heart of gold.
Yeah, she was just the queen, so my queenie.
And a key part of the evidence in this case, of course, the key part of the evidence was the video from the doorbell camera. I know it's going to be very difficult, and you've already relived that moment so many times over the last few weeks, but could you take us back to that moment, Natasha, and what do you remember of it?
I was just waiting for my normal nightly phone call to say, good night girl, love you. And naturally, just normal body clock, I've had my phone in my hand, waiting for that phone call. Unfortunately, I received a notification, a ring door notification that there was a person at the door. Obviously, I clicked on it. It was the worst thing I've seen in my life, to be honest, apart from seeing my mum's body afterwards. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, seen and heard. I had to watch it play out. It was horrendous. It was sickening. It was vile. It's something that's going to stick in my head for the rest of my life. It replays over and over. I can't even hear a ring doorbell advert or a notification anymore without the sickness and anxiety it gives me.
So sickening. So, for a man 6 foot and what he's done to the door and the windows, I just can't imagine the poor things going through her head when she heard that bang, bang. So horrendous.
You knew that that footage had to be saved and you had to keep the app open. So you realised that at the time?
Yeah.
Must have been horrible.
It was.
Now that evidence, I mean, what have the police told you about how key that evidence is?
They acted on it quick, and I think that's how they managed to catch up with him. Well, find out who he was so quick, and yeah.
Poor Cathy, in the dark, didn't know nothing, She was just in bed to watch a film, which she always did, and she was dragged out of bed and stampled to death. Barbara and I, we cry every night when that light goes off.
I sit up overnight and I'm still waiting for that phone call. Like I was waiting for that night, that good night, love you girl, I'll speak to you in the morning. Every night I'm still waiting for that, even now. And then when I realise that it's not actually a nightmare, that, you know, I'm living this nightmare, that's when I have to bring myself round to it and go, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen again. He's took that away from me.
I just think it was a cowardly act, what he's done. I know he didn't know Cathy at the time, but thinking about it, if he'd seen how big she was when he dragged her out of the bed and done that evil thing, he should never, ever have done it.
He could have stopped.
He could have stopped, yeah.
And you've heard so much horrible evidence, but also the evidence about Dean Mears' alleged mental state. I wonder, what do you think of Mears? What have you made of him and his evidence?
Would he have done it to a man? I don't think so. We've been told he's scared of his own shadow. Just a druggie, a smackhead, who's admitted it, and a coward.
Dean Mears has just been found guilty of your mum's murder. What's your reaction?
Well, I'm glad the jury could see through his lies. I'm so grateful of the Honourable Rhys. Yeah, I think justice was served, and I feel I can move forward and make a difference now in the future for other people's lives and maybe other people going through or have been through similar situations. So yeah, I'm going to make good of it.
The tremendous work of North Wales police, they've just been absolute diamonds.
We could not have gone through the last 6 months and especially the last 3 weeks of this horrendous trial what he's dragged us through. We could not have done it without them.
And obviously nothing, no verdict and no sentence is ever going to make up for this awful loss.
No.
But is there an element of justice in this guilty verdict that you can be satisfied with?
My justice is Cathy can never ever see her children again, can never see her grandchildren or her great-grandchildren. With me is serving this time now. Sorry for his children, but I'm very pleased that he won't see them for as long as possible, and he might never see his grandchildren if he has any, which is justice, because you sit down now and look at this tonight, Mears, and you'll know what you've actually done and taking Cathy's grandchildren away from her own children, and that's happening to you.
What kind of state she was in physically at that time? How vulnerable was she in her home? She needed help to get around, didn't she?
She was so frail, Cathy, in later years. I had a little nickname for her. She used to drive a mobility scooter, and I used to shout, "Hiya, Madge," from the lady from Benidorm, because she looked like her, and she'd wave. I could go out, Madge, let's see you go on your scooter. And, she was just so frail, so tiny, so skinny.
Thank you. And how will you remember your mum?
Oh, just for the biggest heart she had, the biggest smile she had, a generosity with everyone, the bestest friend to my daughter. Her and my daughter's relationship was just out of this world. Yeah, a lovely brown olive skin, big brown eyes, a massive smile. That's what I'm going to remember.
I enjoyed our younger years when we were kids together, the 8 of us, and sitting around the fire having toast, watching the Sweeney of a Thursday night with my mum and dad, and we would all have toast by the fire. Memories like that, them memories of... That's what I'm going to miss and what I miss the most.